That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's not like he made some sort of huge, gigantic mistake, or he shouldn't have gone for this unit or anything like that. It would have been nice to see some ghosts a bit earlier, especially before the Zealots got charged.
Yeah,
that's kind of icing on the cake, and that wasn't really the main reason he lost or anything like that.
Well, I wonder though. I think you hit it right when you said how important it is to remove a lot of that shield from the Protoss army before the fight.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he got absolutely trashed in the fight. Imagine if he blanketed the army with EMPs. It wasn't the perfect engagement positioning from Rain.
Yeah.
It might have gone quite a bit different. I guess we'll never know without the...
Well, it's with those two Colossi, wasn't it? Because what it came down to, even with the EMPs, was that the Colossi are in the background just constantly doing damage to the bio.
Well, imagine he EMP'd the Colossi. He'd be able to take all of them down with the Vikings.
Yes, but by that point he had no Vikings left on the field.
Yeah, but he would have been able to kill them faster if he had EMP'd
yes,
them.
if he had EMP with the first battle, then because he had like 5 or 6 Colossi out on the field, and he was only left with 2, and they weren't exactly at full health. So you're right, with EMPs on the Colossi as well, that would have been very, very different.
So maybe that was the biggest strategical mistake that Nilon made. Of course, it's very easy to judge here from our little casting chair.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
we can
a whole
see
different
everything.
story.
We've got hindsight as well. It's pretty good.
Yeah. All of this is really useful talents to have.
But for now, it looks like we have part 2 in this story, ladies and gentlemen, now being played out on Entomb Valley. So far, nothing too much of note going on in this game. Cybernetics Core has just gone down for Rain's. Nilon going to be checking out everything that's going on here. First Zealot will pop out momentarily. Nothing that Nilon should be losing the SCV over or anything like that. And we have got an early command center once again from our Terran player.
And Rain knows about that, so he's able to play this game very comfortably, knowing that there's not going to be any huge all-ins here coming up from the Terran. Now there's quite a few strategical options, Jorisar, on this map as a Terran. You can go very heavy on barracks because there's such a big ramp, and you can choose not to do that. and when you don't do it, there's so many different options as well. You can go tanks, you can go for a third base.
Oh, tanks under the cliffs in those little sweet spots are fantastic on this map, aren't they? Really harassing the natural and able to get a great surface area along the cliff. So that's definitely a good option for Nilon here.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of options here. I'm always quite wary of big marine attacks. Players like Fnatic Rain, Fnatic Alive, they really like to go up to like 5 barracks on 2 bases, or even 6. Stream in a ton of marines, try to get some probe kills, try to kill a lot of sentries, delay the Protoss tech, and then they follow it up with basically whatever they feel is going to be the best in that situation.
That's certainly possible, especially when...
Whoa, Rain killed his own probe.
Well,
Rain just accidentally killed his own probe with his Stalker. That surprises me.
It doesn't add to the kill count.
No.
Interestingly.
I don't think you can boost your own kill count illegitimately killing your own units.
You don't see too much killing your own units in these games, so always useful to pick up little things like that. A little bit of a micro mistake there, or maybe he was just showing he's so good that absolutely nothing escapes his grasp, not even his own units, Grubby. Absolutely unafraid of everything there. And once again, the patrolling Stalker just really nicely positioned there to make sure nothing actually comes down the ramp from Nilon. Just wants to be doubly sure that no sneaky snuff is happening.
But the good thing for Nilon is he already veered that SCV around the side, so he's going to get information here anyway. Sees 2 sentries, sees the probe transfer, sees the Nexus, and that's about as much as he could hope for.
Yeah, 3 gateways now becoming warp gates. Nilon being harassed by a couple of Marines outside the main base, but nothing too extraordinary at the moment. I think Rain should note that there are fewer Marines out on the map this time than there were in the last game that were prodding out. But I wonder if he's going to allow that to translate into anything. A couple more units now being warped in the middle of the map, being chrono boosted as well, so it looks like Rain might be on track here to perform a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, and this is going to work out super well against one bunker. I think the game was going to end right here, right now. He's going to be able to force field those Marines out.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that is huge.
Those force fields were sublime from Rain. And notice he didn't actually wall off. He did have enough force fields to put a 4th force field down. He had enough energy on the sentries to put that down, but decided it wasn't necessary in the end. He's being really economical with those force fields, like in the previous game we saw as well, not using more than he necessarily needs, and now he's going to be saving those force fields perhaps for repairing SCVs. Are we going to see that go down? Yes, we are. 2 force fields in the back. There are a decent number of SCVs in the front, but the DPS is simply too great. The bunker goes down. Still 3 or 4 zealots remaining, albeit without shields, but the DPS behind from the Stalkers and Sentries is proving to be too much. All of the work is being brought out here, but it looks like it won't be enough.
And this was not an all-in from Rain whatsoever. He's at 40 probes. He's continuing to make assimilators and probes. This was just maximizing the amount of army production on 3 gateways, and it will work against just the 1 bunker defense.